Hi, this is a cool one, the Samsung Music Frame, which is basically a speaker disguised as a picture frame. So basically like the Sonos and IKEA Symfonisk concept, but with the twist that you can here place your own art or pictures inside the frame to give it a bit more of a personal touch, something that both looks and works great and is also fairly simple to do. Mounting wise, the Music Frame can either be placed on a table using the included stand, something that works nice, and with a weight of 4.6 kilograms, the whole thing stands securely. Samsung also includes everything needed for wall mounting as well as a somewhat discreet power cable. Worth noticing is that the depth of the whole thing is fairly great with about 5.5 centimeters, so it will stick out a bit from the wall in that sense if you're thinking about wall mounting it. Price wise, the Music Frame is about double of the Symfonisk frames. So apart from the use your own picture thing, what do you actually get for roughly $400 here? Well, firstly, you can definitely get better sound per watt per dollar if sound is your only concern. However, and for example comparing with Samsung's Frame TVs, you can there absolutely get both better picture and sound for the same money with another TV brand. However, the Frame TVs still sell like butter anyway. Why? Well, design. There really isn't much else like it out there. And the same goes for the Music Frame, because if you are specifically after a speaker looking like a picture frame, this is probably as good as it gets right now. The build quality is still plastic, but the whole thing both looks and feels relatively premium. As for the sound quality, it is actually better than I initially thought. Sure, if you want super duper hi-fi sounds, you will want to look elsewhere, but if you want a discreet speaker that can fill a normal sized living room with not terrible sounding music, then yeah, it's not too bad. The sound is, although being a bit closed in, still clear and precise. The bass is fine and can be cranked up a bit using the EQ in the SmartThings app used for controlling the whole thing, but compared to, for example, the similarly priced Era 300 from Sonos, the bass is nowhere near as deep and large. But again, for the normal living room listening, the sound is perfectly decent. Regarding installation, this is done via Samsung's SmartThings app, and getting everything up and running is a no-brainer. The app works for most purposes fine and everything is fairly logical and easy to find. What I don't really care for is the loading pop-up that pops up a bit too often and from time to time makes the user experience a little sluggish. Tech-wise, this is a Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and optical line-in speaker with support for basically everything in terms of AirPlay, Chromecast, Spotify, Connect and so on. And sending music to the speaker works snappy and good. For whatever reason though, not sure which company to blame here, but when adjusting the volume level in Spotify using the side buttons on my iPhone, the actual volume increase jump is tremendously large with every push, to the point where it's basically unusable and that I have to bring up the more detailed volume control instead. Maybe a tiny thing, but still a little bit annoying. Another annoying thing is that the little row of touch button controls on the side of the speaker is actually completely rubbish to use, since they are placed on the back of the speaker when you can't really see them, meaning that you either have to try and put your whole head in behind the frame to see the volume buttons to change the volume, or just try and reach for them with your hand. This, however, every time results in that you push the top button instead, which then changes the input source and pauses the music. Here, since touch buttons still seems to be a thing, I at least would have wanted the volume controls and the other buttons to be separated so that this did not happen. Apart from that though, I am actually positively surprised by the Music Frame that does indeed deliver both a cool look and a decent sound. One thing I have not been able to test is the possibility to connect one or more of the speakers to a Q Symphony enabled Samsung TV and or soundbar, like for example the latest Frame TVs, to use as speakers for the TV. A fantastic addition that I really hope Samsung keeps developing and also releases a center speaker for, so that we can finally just put everything on the wall when it comes to the Frame lineup of things. So to sum it up here, the Samsung Music Frame is absolutely a very niched product. It is also perhaps a little expensive for what you do get. However, the nice design and the fairly good sound does somewhat make up for the price. The app and the physical controls could use a redesign, but for the right person and as a more luxurious and versatile alternative to IKEA's picture frame speakers, the Samsung Music Frame is actually kind of appealing. Alright, those are my thoughts on the Samsung Music Frame. Please share any of your thoughts or questions in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. Thank you for watching and have a nice day. Bye!